Myin.app. Exactly how do you play this fun raffle game? You should definitely practice. And it's very easy to do so by simply clicking the play button down here at the bottom. That takes you straight into a raffle practice session. This is a multiplayer raffle system. You'll need at least one other player in the game for it to start. So, exactly what problem does this solve? Say you're a business and you want to find a way to drive sales or drive foot traffic into your business during these difficult times. You could raffle a 10% off coupon to your social media followers, or you could raffle a $10 gift card to your social media followers as well. Put up a post saying, hey, look, we're selling entry into this raffle, $1 each. But technically, that is a lottery. That's not legal in most areas. And that, you don't have an easy mobile way to do that. Using the Mine raffle game, you make it a skill-based raffle. The outcome is based on your skill, not luck. And that makes it legal pretty much globally. This is why esports is so huge. Esports is not gambling when you have gamers playing for thousands of dollars in Madden, Call of Duty, in tournaments and so on. Skill-based means the outcome is based on your skill and not luck. And there you have it. So you'll notice that the platform is divided into two categories, your local raffles and your global raffles. The local raffles are for raffles within a 10-mile radius from you. If you're in Washington, D.C., here is a raffle to the delicious, healthy, new vegan restaurant. Again, this is a multiplayer raffle system. Once 5 players join the raffle, it starts. You can have a maximum of 21 players in all games. Now, the cool thing about this raffle is if you're just holding Mine tokens, you'll be able to join the raffle for free, which we'll get more into a little bit later. Also, if you're in Washington, D.C., we have premium Cannabis raffles. This, again, will be a free entry if you're holding Mine tokens. So we're happy to subsidize your cannabis expense using this fun raffle game. So let's get into it and see exactly how this game is played. Again, you'll need at least one other player in the game to start the practice session. Once you have that, you're good to go. But let's go over the buttons or the tools quickly. You have the grab button, you grab the prize. The slap button, you slap the grabs of other players away. You're saying, no, it's mine. You're literally smacking your hand away. That's why the platform is called Mine. Smack, smack, smack. No, this item is mine. Or you can sneak away with the prize. So when you grab the prize, you'll see the timer start 10, 9, 8, 7. This is letting other players know, hey, look, this person that's holding the prize, you have X number of seconds to grab it away from them. If you don't, then they win. You can always scroll down to see the other players that are in the game, and you'll also be able to see all the tools that they've used. All right? The objective of the game is simple. Just you want to be the one holding the prize when the timer hits 0. You grab before you slap, and you sneak before you grab. Right? Now, you notice you have a limited number of tools to use. For practice sessions, you have 25 tools to use. For the raffle or the practice session to start, someone has to grab it first. You'll see the avatar of the person who's holding the prize, who's winning the raffle. Other players have to grab the raffle away from them before this timer hits 0. So right now, that other player is holding the prize, and I have to grab it from them before the timer hits 0. They grab it, I grab it, they grab the prize, it's theirs. All right, now it's mine. We keep going back and forth. Eventually, somebody is going to run out of tools. Now, this is where you have to use skill and strategy to win the game. But we're going to let that timer run down for a second so you see that if you don't grab it in time, another player will win the game. All right? So we'll do this again. And get into the slap and the sneak buttons. All right. Again, scroll down. You see how many players are in the game. You will be able to block players. That's a feature that's coming a little bit. We'll discuss. All right. So you grab the prize. The other player grabs the prize. Now you can slap the grab of the player away. When they go to grab it, it'll let them know they were slapped, and they have to click the grab button again. If you get slapped, click the grab button again until your grab goes through. Don't just sit there and be like, oh, I was slapped. No, if somebody slapped you in real life, you wouldn't just sit there, right? So we keep going back, and you notice every time the other person didn't get their grab in time because they kept getting slapped. And I won that round. Right? Again, you'll notice every time you use a grab, a slap, or a sneak, you're using up tools. So you have to use a little bit of strategy and skill. This is how it becomes a skill-based raffle. You have to use a little bit of strategy and skill to win the game, to win the raffle. Now, you notice I grab it, the timer reset to 10 seconds. When you sneak before you grab, the timer resets to 3 seconds instead, and the other players have to react quickly. We'll see that again. The sneak hole is open. I grab it. The timer reset to 3 seconds. The other player has to react pretty quickly. Now, obviously, if you sneak, you grab, and you slap the other player's grab away, you're using skill and strategy, but you have to pay attention to your tools to make sure that you don't run out of tools. And again, you can always scroll down to see to see where you stand, how many tools have other players used, and so on and so forth. I don't advise that you do that during a live game because this thing can be over pretty quickly if you just glance away for a second and somebody actually, slapped, and that's that. Right? So you can imagine when you're playing for a passionate item, when you're playing for a 10% off coupon to a nail salon, a hairstylist, the game gets wild. It gets to be a lot of fun. So the raffle can be over as quickly as 3 seconds. It happens. Or it can take up to 5 minutes, depending on how many players are in the game. The maximum number of players that can join any raffle is 21. Right? And anybody can create a raffle. If you have some items in the garage that you want to raffle to locals, you can certainly do so. Some of these are admin functions. You won't be able to create premium games or any of that for now. And you can create local games. As I mentioned, these games will be geofenced to your area within 10 miles of you. All right. For example, this game here is geofenced to Los Angeles. This is actually geofenced to the Shoe Palace store where the young man was killed over a raffle. This is a real prize if you're in the Melrose area in Los Angeles and you want to participate. I would love to get in touch with the family members of that young man. This is why tools like this, like the mind game, becomes very, very powerful because it's much safer, right? At 2 o'clock in the morning, you can post a raffle for your item, right? That makes it very, very, very powerful. And as an admin, I'm able to create raffles pretty much airdrop. If I wanted to airdrop $10 in Bitcoin right now to, Afghanistan, to a children's school in Lagos, Nigeria, I would be able to do so. All right. So there you have it. Again, there's always fun items up for grabs on the platform. This Uber Eats gift cards. As long as you're holding mine tokens, you're going to be able to join this raffle to win that gift card and go have yourself a delicious meal on us. Right? And that's how you play the myin.app raffle game. If you have any questions, feel free to jump in our Discord, and we'll go from there. All right? Happy winnings. Back it up, baby. I'll say that's proper. Look back and wonder, is that is anaconda? Round up, like you got a man, so you wind up, like you know you got it from your mama. Hands up, pick your ass up with my man gun. Hold up, you plus your friend make a tandem. And one, got my undivided attention. When the rebels in the system, renegade assassin, stick it down her throat till she gasping. Lights, camera, action, 20 shot, got a skin basket. OG told me get your backstroke working. Left stroke, back to her husband. Wondering where she has been. Eyes closed, smirking. Porn on her mouth with a napkin. Out with the girls, why you asking? It's a dirty gameplay, boy. This is practice. This is practice. This is practice. In this gameplay, boy, you should practice. We better hit me up. We better speed it up. Well, we gonna zip it up. But we gonna get it all. Take a game athlete. Landed in my mouth with a backflip. 69 shades reenacted. Your girl is an actress. Lord have mercy. The way the girl took thing got me thinking, Lord, if she do it for the crime, she don't do it for the money. It's a thing line. Let me sniff it up your tummy. Numb it, yummy. Go take a girl. Motherfucker, brother pundit. You been there, done that. Face so redundant. Drive by Tesla. Murder when you're under. Pull up in the sundress. Murder for the summer. I spectator. I know you getting madder. I know you getting harder. I'm up to the banger. The product of your anger. This here's a banger. Throw any flag up. Man up. Throw that ass back, man. Tell a nigga man up. White boy tan up. White girl, you put your friend nigga tan up. Double barrel magnum. Trying. Double team step with the handle. Run with the travel. I'm out here. This is practice. This is practice. This is practice. In this gameplay, boy, you should practice. We better hit me up. We better speed it up. Well, we gonna zip it up. But we gonna get it all. Take a game athlete. Landed in my mouth with a backflip. 69 shades reenacted. Your girl is an actress. Diddy better hit me up. Diddy better giddy up. Familiar is the millium. Send it to my cilium. Cillium. Thinking I was run up on that Benjamin. Dark web assassin. Say bye to Islam. Heading to the Aspens. Wrist so glistening. Just the other day, man, I had an epiphany. Bay on vacation. Jay on vocation. I ain't gotta say shit. Grown man and I speak. Elevator fantasy. Adult G. Hi, nice to meet you, baby. So weak. You're bringing out the old me. Tongue game creepy. I rap the Kobe. A scratch red and so it. Calling me her soul dick. I rap the Cody's. 5069. Same thing. Police. This man don't rap. What you in? You should watch him. Anthony Joshua. Left hook. Drop him. Right foot stomp him. Take him back to Compton. Remind him. Death was an option for something so obnoxious.